Everyone, this is Anne Marie with Autumn Ultralight, and I wanted to show you how to make these loop shackles that I've been making. They're a combination of continuous loop and a soft shackle. So you're going to need 36 inches of ham steel, and then you're going to need another 10-inch piece of ham steel. And then on the 36-inch piece, go ahead and fold it over, and then tape it off at 10 inches right here. And then you're going to need to open up the ham steel at 5 inches. So just, take a marker, and at 5 inches, just make a little mark. Or these are really great. When I'm making production pieces, I use these disappearing ink pens that you can get at, a sewing store. That way, nothing has marks on it when it's done. So open up the ham steel here at 5 inches, and just use an awl, and do the same on the other side. And then on your little 10-inch piece, you're going to need to make a noose back here for a soft shackle. So what I always do is I line up the two ends, and then I pull one end exactly 1 inch past the other end. So you can see 1 inch past right there. And then just, fold it right there. And where it is folded, you need to open up the ham steel. So just open it up right there, and use your awl. And then you're going to take the long end right through the hole that you just made, and that will make your noose. And then just line up the ends, and there's going to be 2 marks that you have to make at 2.5 inches roughly. So at the 2.5 inch mark, just go ahead and open up the ham steel. Make those again. So 2.5 inches. And then take this piece right here, put one end through the 36 inches of ham steel, and then take the other side and also go through the ham steel. And here is the fun part. So you're really going to need to open up the ham steel pretty well right here. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take this piece right here and put it over both of these strands. So I use a latch hook for that. So I go right up through the center of the hole, grab the end, and then pull it right on through. Okay, so that side's done. And then you're going to need to do the same on the other side, except there's one more little step that has to happen. And it's mostly for aesthetics, but it just works so much better if you do this. So you need to take this piece through the center of the hole that you just made right there. So again, use your latch hook, go up through the middle, grab this piece right here, and then just pull it right down through. If it'll go, okay. And so then once that is through, you take your little spot that you made, and then you just repeat what you did on the other side. So take the latch hook through the center, grab the end here, and then pull it through. And then you can go ahead and cinch everything up. And then you need to thin the ends right here. And I always just pull out 3 strands. I've always found that's enough. And then grab 3 strands out of this side. just trim it off. And then you're going to need to bury these two pieces right down the edge here of this piece of yam steel. Then just try to get as close up to it as you can, and always try to get right in between your strands here. You know, don't go through a strand. Then just catch it, pull, then pull it back through the yam steel. I always use a pair of pliers just to kind of give this an extra tug. Then milk down the berry and repeat on the other side. And just pull that right down through. Give it a little tug. And there you have the berry to noose here. And so it's kind of like a double locked brummel. Some people have expressed concern that this goes over, you know, essentially two pieces. The way that these are, you know, installed in a hammock, you know, the hammock is pretty much coming clear up to here. And, you know, there's really no chance of this to, you know, become braided or anything like that. You know, I personally don't see an issue with it. So now for the second half of the loop shackle, you're going to have to tie the button knot. And you can find a bunch of tutorials on these on YouTube. You can look up a sailing button knot from a man named Brian Toss. Jeff Myers makes these. He calls them Evo loops. But yeah, they're not too bad. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your two strands, and you have this marked off at 10 inches. So, you know, that leaves you with 8 inches of free ends here to work with. And what you do is you take one end underneath the other end, then fold it over and grab it with your finger. Then take the other end, you're going to go underneath this piece right here, and then flatten this out. And you need to go down through the middle of these two right there. So go down through the center, and you're going to need to come back up and through the other loop. And then just go ahead and cinch it down. And then you're going to need to take this strand over here, and it needs to come right up next to this strand right here. So it's got to come up right there through that center. So grab your splicing tool and go through so you end up right next to that strand. Grab this piece over here. And then pull it up through. And then you're going to need to take this piece, and it has to come right up next to where this one is. So it needs to come right up next to right there. So grab your splicing tool, and you're going to go down through two strands. Just right there. Grab the other end, and then just pull it right up through. And then from this point, you're going to kind of cinch it down a little bit. You know, you don't want to get it too tight because you need to do some more work with these strands. So what I do is I just kind of work my way around the knot, you know, just tracing it and just cinching it up. And it's just kind of, you know, just playing with it a little bit, figuring what strand to pull to tighten it up and tension it. Okay. And there you go. Now you can see that there are two little pieces right there, these two little center strands. you're going to need to open those up, and you're going to have to send these end pieces right down through the middle there. So what I do is I'll kind of open it up a little bit, and then I'll take my splicing tool from the bottom and just do my best to get these opened up right here. And try not to go through any strands or anything like that. Okay. So then what I do now, once I got the little hole there, I'll take my awl and just go down through the center and just, open it up a little bit more. From this point, you're going to need to thin the ends right here. So grab 3 strands and then just trim them. Do the same on this side. Grab 3 strands. And then just give it a trim. And then you're going to take your splicing tool right up to the center of that hole right there that you've just made. So go right up through the center, grab 1 strand, and then just go ahead and pull it right down through the middle. So there you have that one. Then go back up, grab the other side, and pull it right down through the middle as well. And then you kind of have these little bunny ears. And what I do is, I use these for tension purposes. So I'll kind of grab in there, grab each side, kind of pull on these strands just to tension that up. And then again, just, go around the knot, work the knot, make sure that everything is as tensioned as you can get it. Just keep working it. Pull here, and then the other thing that I do, you can grab a piece of dowel rod or something like that, but I will take a piece of dowel, or this is a gardening tool, and go through the center of the 2, and then I grab my pliers here, and this allows me to really tension these up. Just give it a nice tug right there. Pull everything, and then go ahead and take this off, and then give it, another tug and just cinch these guys down. And at this point, you're going to want to really pull on it. And now you need to take these 2 lines here, and these have to get buried right down through these strands. So to remove my tape, I just kind of grab these here and pull the tape off. And then if you grab all the strands and just sort of pull, it'll tighten up the knot a little bit more. And just yank on them a little bit. Just make sure the knot is as tight as you can possibly get it. And then you're going to need to bury these guys. So just go up through your am steel. With your splicing tool. Sometimes it fights you. And just try to get as close up to the button as you possibly can right there. And then just come through. Grab your strands. And then just bury them right down through the center here. got a little bit of strand left over, so I'm just going to give it a little trim. And that'll bury all the way in. Then repeat on the other side. Ignore the train. And then just come right up through. And pull the strands back down through the M steel. I know I'm a little long, so I'm just going to trim right away. And then cinch it down to bury. And that is it. You have yourself a loop shackle. So just go ahead and grab the little shackle here, put it over the button, and then cinch it down. And that's it. I don't know. Then just, run these through your hammock just like you would any continuous loop. That's it. Thank you.